Good morning. Happy Winning Wednesday. I had the intention to look cute before the live, but I'm still cooling down for my workout. Just got some breakfast cooked for after the live. But, here we are. This is my workout look. So, on the Monday morning message, we were talking about how life can be a little bit overwhelming. Like you got a lot of things that are going on your plate. Today, for example, for me, I dropped the kids off at school. Had the intention, like I always cut out time for workout time, whether it's a short workout or rest day workout or some sort of workout. Like that's what's important to me. So it was drop the kids off, get my workout done, cook breakfast, go to get do the live, obviously, and then go do my doctor's appointment. I'm getting my boobies squished. So, all my breast cancer people out there, like, make sure you do that every year. And then I have a couple client calls today. So it is very much feeling like it's back to back to back to back to back. And sometimes that's okay. It's okay to have a schedule full of things. Like a lot of things in my life right now, they are, I wouldn't say tumultuous, but it is very back to back. Like there's a lot of things that are going on, a lot of things in the works. Like if you saw from my email, or if you know me personally, you know that I'm preparing to move across the country. I am preparing to move from Texas to North Carolina. We have a date of May, once the kids are out of school. So May, June, but that is the intention. So there's a lot of things that we have to prepare. We have to pack. Sorry, I should mind my words here. I get to pack. I get to prepare the house. I get to either list it on the market or, list it as a rental. I get to paint. So these are all things that are in the work. I also get to leave my healthcare job. So, as many of you know, I've been doing both. I've been doing the healthcare job and I've been doing the coaching business. And the where I'm at with my business right now is I cannot any longer work full time if I want to really pour into my clients, if I want to be able to give them the time that they need and deserve. And of course, if I'm going to grow. So that's in the works. And of course, making sure that the business stays thriving, that I'm also nurturing my family. I get to make sure that they're okay too. They get to have their lunches packed, that they get to be picked up from school, that, the husband is, not losing his mind. So there's a lot of things that are in the works for me this year. There's a lot of things. So with all of that, with everything that's going on, yeah, it's very natural that anxiety starts to, come up to here. There could be overwhelm coming up. So the the techniques, I have a couple actual tricks that you can use, that when you get those overwhelming feelings, those overwhelming thoughts, or when that chatter starts to go, that inner critic that, you're not good enough, you're not cutting out time for you should do this, you should do that, you're not, nobody likes you, right? Those nasty things that are said inside of your head that you would never say to somebody else, that you would never say to a friend, somebody that you thought of yourself, or somebody that you thought of as a friend. So whenever that starts to come up, what I want you to do is first, and there's two ways to do this, like if you're alone and if you're in front of people. So if you are able to get away, if you're able to maybe lock yourself in the bathroom for a second, if you're able to do this even in the car, like, granted, like, for part of it, just make sure that you're paying attention, right? But you just want to take a moment and acknowledge the situation, acknowledge the thoughts that are running through your head. Sometimes when those thoughts are really loud, it's because you're not paying attention to them. They continue to roll over and keep going and going and going and going and going into your head until you acknowledge them. So sometimes we call this like a fish called Wanda. Like, it's basically the universe is going to slap you in the face if you do not pay attention to what's going on, if you're not paying attention to the messages that you're getting. So when you're getting these thoughts that are rolling around in your head, I actually want you to amplify them. So this sounds so wrong, right? But I want you to actually think about the thoughts and the emotions that are coming up, and you're going to basically amplify the sound in your head, the thoughts in your head, and you're also going to amplify the feeling in your body. So what you're actually going to do with this is you're going to tense everything. This is your face, your head, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your fists, your abs, your butt, your legs, all the way down to your toes. And you're going to, again, amplify everything. Amplify the anxiety, amplify the anger, the frustration. I'm standing up for this because I'm amplifying it, right? So we're going to amplify all of those feelings and hold it for 10 seconds. So it looks a little bit like this. You might even get a head rush, because I'm getting a head rush right now. And then you're just going to let it go. Take a deep breath in. After that 10 seconds, release the tension. Open your hands. Take that deep breath. And just say out loud, I choose to accept and release this. Now, if you have really big thoughts, if you have really big situations, like maybe you just had a client that you were really counting on signing with you, say, you know what, I don't want to do this. And it's just deflating. And you're like, I'm stupid. I should have, contacted them 2 weeks ago, or I dropped the ball, or I'm not good enough. Like, all the things that run into your head when that happens. If it is a big situation like that, you may have to do this a couple times. And the more intense one, the one where you're alone, where you're tensing everything for 10 seconds, is the one I would go to. The bigger the situation, the more emotion you need to put it towards it, the more you need to tense, the more effort, and the more you need to amplify. So when you're accepting it, and I'm not talking about like acceptance like, okay, that happened, woohoo, blah. Like, I'm not saying like that. I'm saying like you're amplifying it, because when you amplify it and then you let it go and you open your hands and you're basically surrendering. You're surrendering to the situation, to the thoughts, and saying, I choose to accept and release this. So when you're doing that, it's a very big sigh of relief in your body. It's a very big sigh of relief in your subconscious. So your subconscious is seeing you acknowledge this, and it's accepting that this happened. This happened. You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. Shit happens, right? So you're creating a neutral stance on this. It's not good. It's not bad. It just is. So when you have that neutral stance, like you're less reactive towards things. You're going to be less down on yourself. You're less, wallowing in your puddle of self-pity for so long. And yes, it's okay to wallow. It's okay to feel it. It's okay to feel down on yourself for like a little bit. But if it's lasting hours and days and weeks and months, that's where it becomes a problem. So when these thoughts come up, do the exercise. If they come up again, do it again. Do it as many times as you need to. Pump that muscle. The more that you do it, the more this will become second nature. So I talked about if you're alone, if you're alone in doing this. So now we're going to talk about when you're not alone. So if you're not alone, obviously, like you're not going to be scrunching your face like that, because then people might look at you weird, right? So what you want to do is maybe tense your jaw for about 10 seconds. Or you can have your fist under the table or squeeze your butt for 10 seconds. And then after those 10 seconds, just silently repeat in your head, I choose to accept and release this. So that is a not as big of a feeling into it, right? So yes, that one may need to be repeated quite a bit more. Now, if when you are in a situation where you're able to reflect on things, so acceptance is probably, I'd say acceptance is one of the easier ones. But I also want you to find the gift in it. So it's kind of a twofold practice, but you may even be able to find the gift without accepting it. You may be able to find the gift without having to tense up. So if you have time to reflect, I want you to consider how this challenging situation, how this happening may actually be a gift in disguise. Did a financial setback teach you a valuable lesson about investing? Was me losing $100 better than me losing $10,000? Does it teach me how to be more aware of fluctuations, or research a little bit more so that next time it doesn't happen? Or did a conflict in a relationship push you or help you to clarify your own boundaries? Somebody cheated on you, so you chose to, if that ever happens again, I will not accept that. I am a better person than that. I deserve to find somebody that does not cheat on me. Or did a career change push you to discover your true passion? Like me, COVID was my catalyst. I knew I could not stay in that situation anymore, that I was meant for more. I always knew I was meant for more, but I knew at that moment that when COVID hit, that I was not to be treated as a body, as a worker bee, as, you know, some peon that risks their life for a paycheck, right? So I knew at that time that's when it was time to start looking elsewhere. So every failure holds a message. Every experience you had is a learning opportunity. So take the time to reflect on that. Find the hidden gifts. Journal about it. Shifting your perspective, it helps you to embrace those lessons with those experiences. And then you can transform that anxiety and overwhelm into, you know, resilience and growth and gifts. So, that being said, we are going to be diving into a lot of things at the end of the month this month. So, as some of y'all know, it's my birthday tomorrow, and it's my birthday month. So I am, I do have a class that's going on right now, but I'm taking some more days off for me. Um, so nurturing my clients that I have right now. But at the end of the month is a masterclass. So we're going to actually really go into designing your dream 2025, your dream life. And how this is going to happen is we're going to actually go in to those subconscious blocks that keep you stuck in analysis paralysis. And we're going to dive deep into maybe limiting beliefs and fears. We're going to set some clear intentions. We're going to align with your soul's purpose. We're going to create a vision that actually inspires and motivates you, and actually implant it into your subconscious mind so that you hit your goals. Like it's done on this date. We're going to implant it into a specific date and time that you hit those, so that your subconscious realigns everything so that everything in your life, every action that you do, every outside force realigns itself so that you do hit that goal. So, and then we're going to create an action plan that actually supports your goals and dreams. So the biggest thing with, limiting beliefs and thoughts, you have 1,000 of them. There's no way that we can go through every single limiting belief and thought. It does come down to 5 core emotions, which can be released and take the negative charge off of them, like to clean up, right? But it's important that your new belief system, that new beliefs get implanted into your brain so that it becomes automatic. So that you actually wake up with intention, that you wake up with this belief system, this new identity, if you will, and get into action automatically without having to push and pull yourself and, go against the grain. All of you deserve that. So come to the masterclass, invite your friends. Like, I fully encourage people that if you feel like this would help them, if you feel like they're stuck in analysis paralysis, if they have a business that they're not getting a lot of movement on, and I don't care if it's like network marketing, affiliate marketing, if it's even if they're in corporate, like if they have a goal and they're not hitting that goal, or they hit it and drop back down, invite them to the class. So this is going to be on the 29th. It's the last Wednesday of January. I think I have it set for noon Central Time. So most of everybody should be able to get there. It will be recorded, but you will need to register for it. So I'm going to drop the link in here. And then one more thing, I do have a gift giveaway that I'm a part of that also has a lot of tools for entrepreneurs and for health. January is a big resolution month, right? You set your intentions, you set your resolutions. Maybe you haven't even taken action on them, or maybe you've already dropped off, but that's okay. I have a set of free gifts that I'm participating in. So if you want to check that out, it is totally free to sign up and grab as many gifts as you want. I believe there's like 30 people that are 30 different coaches and entrepreneurs and different things that are contributing free gifts that are worth, like most of them are worth several $100s. So these are things that they provide to you for free that you can grab. So I will post both of those links, both for the masterclass and the gift giveaway, in the comments. So just make sure you grab those, because again, this year is the year, like it's the month for intentions, but it's also the year that a lot of movement in the cosmos, like a lot of like the stuff that you've set up, the seeds that you've planted are going to start sprouting. They're going to start manifesting. So what better time than right now to get things in motion? So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, of course, being here live. I appreciate you for being in my community, and for everybody that watches the replay. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye now.